Hi, this is Chuck Oliver. Welcome to this week's Hidden Wealth Review. Well, how to remove the Triple IRS Tax. You see, we had a client this week. I want to make this very brief and to the point, but I can't emphasize the importance of this enough. We are running into more and more clients that have followed everybody in the crowd of deferring money from their IRAs and 401ks, and then it's the triple witching hour. And let me explain. The client that we have been working with by the name of Mary is a 72-year-old widow. And I understand many of you watching this are not even in your 70s yet. Some of you may be past the age of 72. If you remember only one thing, remember this: the quicker you take action to get the IRS out of your IRAs, the more you will keep for yourself and the more you'll be able to keep for your children. And this has never been more important than right now. See, with 10,000 people turning 65 every day, there is so much pressure on Social Security and Medicare, and your income being drawn that is coming from your IRAs that's not been taxed yet, that the IRS cannot wait to sink their teeth into, has wreaked havoc for Mary. And here's why Mary was getting taxed to the max. She had contacted us and said, hey, I've been listening to you and I've been reading your books. And it's fascinating to me that no one's really ever talked to me about getting rid of the IRS and getting the taxes out of my retirement. And as we addressed this, we understood that, number one, she was having, because of her IRA Required Minimum Distributions. This is the good old formula the government gets to put on us when we turn 70 and a half to start forcing us to pay tax on our tax-deferred employer 401k or IRA or whatever you have deferred taxes in. TSA, 403B, any kind of a tax-deferred account. Well, because her required minimum distribution is so large, that required minimum distribution is now taxing 85% of her Social Security. Well, the percentages are easy to follow, but what's the impact of the money amount that the IRS is keeping from Mary that she rightfully paid in and is well deserving of? It was $300 a month. They're stealing back from her, saying, well, because we can now tax you. See, they started taxing Social Security back in 83 and 93. First, it was not going to be more than 50%. First, it was nothing. It will never be taxed. Then it was no more than 50, and then in 93, no more than 85% under the Clinton administration. Folks are coming for 100%. It's just a matter of time. But here's the impact. Because she did everything right, and now that distribution is forcing 85% of her Social Security to be taxed, that increased her Medicare premiums $200 more per month. So here's the result for Mary. Mary is now saving a lot more, and I mean a lot more. And here's how we did it. We got the IRS out of her IRAs, which eliminated her required minimum distribution. That in itself saves her $500 a month of unnecessary tax. Because now her Social Security isn't taxed, that saves her another $300 a month back into her pocket. And because her Social Security is not getting taxed and her IRAs are now untaxed, now she doesn't have an additional $200 a month of Medicare premium penalty. The full impact of that, we just added an extra $1,000 a month of tax-free income to Mary that will give her the benefit of being able to travel more, to visit with her grandkids and her daughter. And then, of course, when Mary passes, all the money, by 3 times more, will go to her daughter and her grandchildren, totally tax-free. Folks, I'll be teaching an introduction to teach you these techniques this coming Tuesday. Simply go to retirementprotected.com. That's retirementprotected.com and register. It's complimentary. It's a login and learn opportunity. I want to gift you my book, the Baby Boomer Retirement Breakthrough, for registering and attending. And I'll teach you the 5 greatest traps, and I'll teach you the core 4 success criteria so you can prevent yourself from becoming Mary. As Mary said, I wish somebody would have taught me this years ago. Retirementprotected.com, retirementprotected.com. Remove the triple tax exposure of the IRS from your retirement. Here's to your hidden wealth.